don't worry about things right now. We're just going to pretend and do some practice. Pretend you have a balance of $1,000. And let's go with $100. Okay. And let's say you had to pay somebody $50. You'd put that in this column here for column D because you made a payment. Let's say you also got a paycheck of $80, or you got paid for something for $80. Okay, so you're never going to know in advance if the column that it's going to show up in is this debit column or credit column. You never know in advance if it's going to be positive adding to your account or negative subtracting from your account. So because of that, we have to make a formula here that tells us the balance no matter what, whether it was a positive or a negative. So here's how the balance goes. So theoretically, you had $100, you paid out $50, you should be left with $50. We don't want to have to do calculating in math. So we're going to let the computer do it for us. So again, this should be a 50 and this should be 130. Again, we're not going to type the answers, we're going to let the computer do it for us. We're going to make a formula. So the formula is, all formulas start with the equal sign. So click the equal sign, equals that number right there for the balance, minus whatever number's here. But the number could have been here. So we also want to do plus that number. So you're always only going to have one number on the line. Therefore, it could be a positive or a negative. So again, we could have done 80 here, nothing here, 50 here. Again, we won't know in advance if it's going to be in the debit column to minus or credit column to plus. That's how we have to do both. If it's in this column, we're going to subtract. If it's in this one, we're going to add. We're going to just copy this formula down just a bit. And again, it still works correctly. So again, it doesn't matter if the number is here in this column or in that column. The formula works. So take that formula. Again, the formula is equals F2 minus D3 plus E3. I'm going to type it again over here just so you can see it. Equals F2 minus D3 plus E3, just so you can see the formula. So make sure that formula is what you have here in F3. Once you do, go ahead and copy it down to row 30. Alright, let's do a couple more things with formatting. Let's select and highlight from E2 through F30. And let's make those all be numbers. So we're going to click the button here to make them all be numbers. So now it doesn't matter if I type $25.25 or $35, it'll automatically put the change on there for the currency to have change in the cents. So fix your formula.